The importance of customer experience. Make money.
Make money.
Yeah, I mean, it's really as simple as that. You will make more money if your customer experience is better. And it's been proven over and over again.
Right.
It's been absolutely proven.
Yep. I've heard that we have to treat every customer the same way. Is it true?
No. No, in fact, that's a revolutionary concept that is finally gaining foothold. We don't treat every customer the same way because not every customer is the same.
Right.
You treat customers based on a number of different things. You treat customers based on how much business they do with you.
Wonderful.
You treat customers on how much business you want to do with them.
Right.
You treat customers on how annoying they are, or not.
I agree.
Right?
Yeah,
they
take a lot of your time. In the meantime,
exactly.
You don't make any volume with them, no business transaction.
Right.
Yeah, we just need to move on.
Yeah, we like to divide customers into 4 categories,
right.
And those categories are frequent and profitable,
right.
Who are the ones we love.
Right.
They contact us frequently, we talk to them frequently, they buy frequently,
right.
And they're profitable.
Right.
We have frequent and we have infrequent and profitable.
Right.
These are people we don't see all the time, or talk to all the time, but they buy and
right.
they're profitable.
Right.
Then we have infrequent and not profitable,
right.
Which with those customers you either have to get them up to frequent and profitable or at least infrequent and profitable.
Right.
And then you have your frequent and unprofitable. These are the people who call you all the time, who complain all the time, who demand things that you don't really want to give them or you can't give them. And they're unprofitable. Why? Because they're using up your resources. And we only have a certain amount of resources at our disposal all the time. So the question is, do you give it to the frequent and unprofitable, or do you give it to the frequent and profitable? Do you use it to take the infrequent and profitable and make them more frequent?
Right.
Do you use it and take the infrequent and unprofitable and make them at least profitable?
Right.
But if you're going to spend 25%, 25%, 25%, 25%, then you're spending more time on the frequent and unprofitable than you are on the frequent and profitable, and those are the people you want to really spend a lot of time with.
Yeah.
So you don't treat every customer the same. You don't give every customer the same benefit of the doubt. One of the things I like to talk about is when we talk about giving employees empowerment to make decisions on behalf of customers. I say there are 2 types of rules. There are red rules and there are blue rules. Red rules are rules you cannot break under any circumstances whatsoever, anytime.
Right.
They usually have to do with one of 4 things: health, safety, legal,
right.
or big financial.
Right.
You can't mess with their health. You can't be unsafe.
Right.
You can't break the law.
Right.
And you're not going to cost the company an awful lot of money.
Right.
Right? Everything else is a blue rule.
Right.
It can be applied for the sake of the customer.
Right.
Question is, when can it be applied? Where can it be applied? For whom can it be applied?
Right.
Why can it be applied? So we were working with a Mercedes-Benz dealer, and the general manager calls me over when he's talking to a particular customer. And I go over and he whispers to me, he says, "See that guy over there?" I said, "Yeah." He says, "He buys $500,000 worth of cars every 3 years." I said, "Really?" He says, "Yeah." I said, "You must love him." So he says, "I'm on his speed dial."
Oh, I see.
Right?
Yeah.
Would you go out of your way for this customer? Well, of course you would.
Absolutely.
Right?
Yeah.
Would you do special things for this customer? Of course you would.
Right.
You know? But the customer who doesn't buy often, the customer who bugs you to no end, I don't know if I would spend the time. Not every customer is the same.
Okay, customer's experience, customer service. Is it just being nice? How you define it? Do you have processes,
Right.
standards, or something that people can?
It takes an overall commitment on the part of a company, whether you're one employee or you're hundreds of employees.
Right.
It's the overall commitment. It starts from the top. Being nice is a major part of the interaction. But if the system is rotten, if you're not doing the things that have to be done, the basic stuff,
Right.
You can be as nice as anybody in the whole world. Did you fix what I called you about? Did you solve my problem? Did you get me what I needed? Did you explain it in such a way that I understand why it didn't happen? You're very sweet and you're very nice and all of that, but if you didn't fix my problem, I don't need you. I just don't need you. So a company has to look at it and say, our first goal,
Customer service, customer care mindset.
first of all, you have to live it. If you're going to be starting a company or if you're going to have employees and you want to get a customer experience atmosphere, you've got to live it. The person at the top has to live it.
Right.
They have to know that the person at the top totally believes in this. At Southwest Airlines, they have a policy. It has to do with their policies, their procedures, everything they do. Every time they come up with a new way of doing business, a new thing they're going to do, a new policy, a new procedure, a new process, whatever it might be, they ask this question: is it good for the customer?
I love
And if the answer is no, you don't do it.
it. Right.
And you got to ask that question: is it good for the customer? You got to ask the question: how will this affect the customer? Always look at your process. Also, the best companies also look at touch points. They look at customer touch points. And one of the things we do at Strativity is we do touch point mapping. And we will go into a company and we will map every place that they touch the customer in any way, starting with the time they go on the website, to the time that they purchase the product, to the time that they need service with the product. You map it all out, every single touch point, every single touch point. And then we figure out, how are they doing at these touch points? We survey their customers. We find out, so how are they doing at these touch points? On a scale of 1 to 10, how are they doing? But we also ask them, on a scale of 1 to 10, how important is this touch point to you? Because if the touch point's not important to the customer, it doesn't matter how well you're doing.
Right.
But if the touch point's really important, it does. Because again, we only have a certain amount of resources managing, meeting, and exceeding customer expectations. People said, so what is...
By the way, why is the title is not rocket service?
Because it's not. Because it's like, you know, people say it's not rocket science, right? It's not rocket service. Service is not hard. I always ask the question, I say, we do this, I do this with call centers. I have a class of call center representatives, and I say to them, okay, so the first thing we're going to do today, I want you to tell me everything you hate about dealing with companies on the phone. Everything you hate. Just shout them out. And they start shouting them out. I write them up on flip charts. And we come up with 1 flip chart, 2 flip charts, 3 flip charts. Just keep drawing them out, right? What really annoys you? So then we go through the list. And I say, so you hate this stuff, right? They say, here you go. Okay, so here's the first rule of the day. You hate this stuff? Don't do it. Right? It's not rocket service. Right? This is not hard stuff. Everybody knows what they hate in customer service. Everybody knows what they hate in their whole customer experience. Everybody knows what they hate from call center representatives.
Wow.
Everybody knows what bad service is. And yet we go out every day and we do exactly what we hate.
Right. Wow.
It makes sense. It makes complete and total sense. And it's frustrating to people like me who teach this stuff to say, why don't you get it? Well, you know, we can't spend money, and you know, and we really need 15 people in the call center, but we only have 10.
How do you deal with that?
How do you deal with that? Well, I've never met a company that had too many people. So there's always people needed. You make sure you hire the best people. You make sure that you're very careful in how you hire. You let people go quickly if they're not making it. And you make sure that everybody, or just about everybody, is engaged in their job and are impact performers. What do we mean by impact performers? People who know the impact of their work, know exactly why they're there, know exactly why when every time they talk to a customer, this is why I'm here. This is why.
Believe, begin, become. Hãy tin, hãy bắt đầu và bạn sẽ trở thành.